Believe it or not, you are not behind on AI yet. Most people still don't understand how to use AI well. By just watching this video, you will know about AI more than 90% of the people out there. And if you are gonna make it all the way till the end, you are gonna be the top 1% of the world AI users. And that's my promise. I am a software engineer having more than 12 years of experience with multinational organizations, and I have explored more than 20 AI tools extensively, and I can certainly say that you barely even need to. So today, I'm going to show you how AI works, the fundamentals you need to use it, and the way you can make yourself a weapon instead of AI replacing you. The biggest lie people are telling right now is that AI will replace humans. But the truth is that humans using AI will replace humans who do not. So let's fix that in this video. How AI works. When you query something to AI, your query gets broken into small tokens, and then these tokens get converted into mathematical representations, which we call embeddings. Now, these AI systems are trained on humongous amount of data, be it Wikipedia, books, video, podcasts, anything. Now, your searched query is getting semantically matched and searched in this vast AI knowledge pool, and then it gives you the most probable answer or the next keyword. As an example, twinkle, twinkle, little. You know the answer. Now, if you are going to ask this question to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, it's going to give you the answer. How is it doing it? It is finding the best probable match for you. Truth is, AI is not magic. It's the most advanced prediction engine ever created. Now that you know how AI works, let's jump into the fundamentals that you need to know to use it properly. Do you know the more information you give it to AI, the better it will respond you back? People give nothing or give single line prompts and expect it to do magic. So the more information you provide, the more context you give it to AI, it will perform far better than very generic prompt. So the first key thing which you need to know is how to prompt. Here is the simplest framework which I personally use. Role, context, command, format. Before giving any query to AI and before asking AI to generate something for you, assign AI a proper role. As an example, act as an expert financial planner, or act as a top exam guide for me for my upcoming exam. Once you assign it a role, then it filters out the specific context based on its humongous knowledge base. So it already filtered down the context based on which it is going to generate the answer for you. Next is context. Tell AI everything that you have on your mind or all the informations that you can provide so that AI can generate a best probable answer for you. Remember, when AI knows all the information, all the background and the context of the query that you're asking, its response will be far superior than your generic query. Do you know that you can attach PDF, Excels, images for AI to understand your context better? And you are able to do that because of larger context window which these modern LLMs are coming up with. So utilize that. Next is command. You be very specific and explicit what you want AI to do. Next, provide it the format of the output. As an example, when I ask something, I ask it to be very short, precise, and sometimes I ask AI to generate the output in a PDF format or in a Excel format. Format specification makes your life easier. Now that you have understood how to do better prompting, the next phase is pick up a tool and master it. Until then, don't switch. I have personally seen people are using 10-15 tools in an amateur way without mastering none. The moment you master one tool, it becomes a piece of cake to pick up others. Which tool to start with? The most popular ones are ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. So I can help you to pick up your suitable tool based on your use case. Let's say you want to do writing or content creation, so I would recommend you ChatGPT. If you want to do more technical stuff like coding, engineering, and deep thinking, you should use Claude. And if you want to do research specific work, you should go ahead with Gemini. If you have made it to this point, you are already in the top 10% of the world AI users. But if you stick around and implement what I'm going to teach you next, you will be in the top 1%. Next is mastering AI. Push prompting versus pull prompting. 99% of the AI users use push prompting, where they do the heavy lifting, they do the 80% of the work and ask AI to do the remaining 20%. In push prompting, you ask AI by giving all the contexts and all the information at once and ask it to generate the answer. Let's say you want it to create a LinkedIn post, and then AI generates the response. And eventually you are not happy with that response, you refine your query again till the time you get the expected result. But advanced users use pull prompting. I break it down to the 4 phases of pull prompting. Like normal prompting, you provide a role and context. The second step is give it outcome-based objective. Third step is the most interesting. Now ask AI that you ask me all the questions which you need to generate this output. Now you will see that AI will ask you a lot of questions which it will use for its context, and then you use the voice recording to answer all of it. Now watch it cook. The moment AI is ready with the answers, you will see clear differences compared to push prompting. There is a very important step which is refining. The more you refining, let's say you are not happy with the questions which AI asked you, so you can ask AI back that to ask you more questions so that it gets more context and it can provide you a more personalized output. Pull prompting is crazy powerful, but if you need to master AI, you need to know how to make AI personalized. Next is master prompts for every role in life. Whenever you ask AI something, it's not always for official purpose, or it's not always for your study material or student's guide. You can also ask sometimes as a caring father or as a caring husband, right? So there are different roles which you have in your real life. You could be a responsible father, you could be a software engineer, you could be a student who is willing to learn something, or you could be a professor who wants to teach something. So you can use AI from different roles perspective. Now you can create master prompts for each of these roles. It is going to ease your work massively. Now let's create a master prompt together. Let's get into ChatGPT for example and type in that create me a master prompt for my role, which is software engineer. Here you can give your designated role. Now ask AI that to generate a master prompt, ask me all the questions which you need to know in order to ensure that AI should pull the information from you. So it's the pull strategy. Now when you answer all the questions which AI asked you, you ask AI to generate a master prompt in a PDF format. If you are not happy with the master prompt for your designated role, you can refine it. You can ask AI to ask you further questions to make it more better. Now, once you are happy with the output, you save that PDF and you can generate different master prompts for different roles. Next time when you ask ChatGPT to answer anything, you attach the PDF for that specific role from which angle you are asking that question, and you do not have to provide all the typings. It will get a clear context about your role and from what aspect you are asking that question. That saves you a lot of time and work and redundant information providing, like going to ChatGPT again and again and explaining who you are, what you want, rather than just save it in form of a PDF about your role and use it as a context every time you ask something to AI. Remember, the more you practice, the better you will master it. So try starting this way of prompting and this way of using AI from today to get a better clarity on how to use these AI tools to its full efficiency. Next part is a very important and fundamental human attribute, which is eagerness to learn and adaptability to change. I have come across people who still think that AI is not going to replace humans, and they are in the mindset that it's not going to do anything, or they're in that denial zone. But trust me, AI is the future and it has started impacting a lot of jobs worldwide. So the more you try to push it back, the riskier it will become for you. So rather than treating AI as a threat, you should use AI to make yourself as a weapon so that you can never be replaced by AI. For that, you need adaptability to learn new things, to master some concepts, to learn new tools, and you also need to spend some time to practice it. You just need to become someone who can use AI better than an average person. And trust me, that bar is still surprisingly low. So start using AI daily, build with it, experiment with it, because 3 years from now, it is going to reward you heavily. And remember, AI won't replace you. Someone using AI will. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and learned something valuable from it. If you have done so, please subscribe the channel and stay tuned, because in this channel we deep dive into AI and learn not only from theory aspect but also practically. Stay tuned, take care, bye.